I mean, I think, personally, people say I'm biased. I think it's the biggest action movie of all time. I mean, nail-biting stuff. Yeah.
When do you hear, like, is it exciting for somebody like you who's done so many movies that when you get the message you're going to be in a Mission Impossible movie, does it have special importance, or is it, I've done so many movies, it's just another movie?
No, it was an absolute thrill to get the call because I've been a fan of the TV series as a kid. And so when Tom announced he was doing the very first one with Brian De Palma, my wife and I were first in line, and we haven't missed a single one since. So yeah, we're dead serious fans of this franchise. So yeah, to get to work on it was a dream come true for me, and to work with Tom again after all these years, of course. Yeah.
It sounds like your wife's a big fan. Is there a bit of extra pressure then to do a good performance in this movie?
Believe me, she's like a big supporter. I'm so blessed. She's such a supporter, and we love movies. And we love this franchise, so yeah. She was like, honey, you've manifested it. Here you are.
And the budget on these is astronomical, right? Yeah. So is it different when you do a project like this in terms of other, whether it's TV, Stranger Things, or whatever? Is this complete, like, how does it, is only a few people on set? COVID was happening when this was filming too.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. You know, our fearless leader, Tom, and our great writer-director, Chris McQuarrie, they weren't fazed by anything. You know, I mean, you know this about Tom, that there's very little that can ruffle his hair. You know, people say to him, hey man, you shouldn't do that stunt. Maybe you might kill yourself. He's like, yeah, probably. So, you know, a simple thing like COVID is not something that's going to ruffle his feathers, you know what I mean? Yeah. And McHugh, you know, for the scope and size of this movie, I never saw him break a sweat once. Wow. You know, he was so chill, and I think that creating that atmosphere on the set for all of us, for the crew and the cast, I mean, I think that's how he got the best work out of everybody. Because he never really, he was so confident in his own abilities. And yeah.
Is he a fearless kind of guy? Do you know what I mean? Because Tom, as you say, we all know Tom. We don't know Tom. You know Tom. But like, we know of him. And he's, every movie he's outdoing himself. The footage came out before this was released, obviously, of him jumping off the cliff on the motorbike. You're kind of going, how can he shock us every time? You know what I mean?
It's a great question. He keeps raising the bar for himself each time. And now we're up here in the stratosphere. I'm like, dude, how you keep topping yourself? And he does in this film. I mean, I think, personally, people say I'm biased. I think it's the biggest action movie of all time. I mean, nail-biting stuff. And that's Tom. He wants to make sure that his fans get their money's worth, and that you have to see it on the biggest screen you can find. I mean, because that's really where you're going to feel the impact of this film, you know?
Totally, totally. Yeah. I mean, do you have to stay, like, what do they send you from the script? Do you get the whole script when you're in a Mission Impossible movie, or is it all very, well, here's a need-to-know basis, do you know what I mean?
No, it's all need-to-know. It's like being on a mission, impossible mission, you know? Wow. Absolutely, because it's all top secret, obviously, and you know, and they're very careful. It's like Star Wars. They make sure that there's no spoilers or leaks or you leaving your script lying around somewhere or lose it or something like that. So yeah, it's on a need-to-know basis.
Does that make it more fun than when you go see it? Because there's a lot of the movie that you would have seen, right?
100%. I was like a fan sitting in the theater watching it last week. I'm like, wow, this is the biggest one ever. And I'm excited for the fans. They're going to be blown away.
And the script is kind of an evolving thing, I believe, on these movies. So are you also kind of improvising it all when you're doing scenes, or is that allowed by Christopher?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. Chris is so relaxed, McHugh, about the actors trying different things. You know, he was always like, if you wanted to explore an improv or something, he'd be like, yeah, go ahead, try it, see what happens. Yes. You know, and like I said, to be able to have somebody on a film of this scope be so relaxed is to let people try different things, is like, you know, he got the best out of all of us.
He certainly did. I loved it. Listen, congratulations on the film, and thanks so much for talking to me.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.